Hey everyone, if you want to make your own podcast but you don't know where to begin, Spotify for Podcasters makes it super easy. They've got everything in one place, it's totally free, and you can make money while doing it. Here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or computer, so no matter what your setup is like, you can start doing it today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify and pretty much everywhere else podcasts are heard. Video podcasts are also supported, and you can even conduct polls and Q&As. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. And best of all, the platform is totally free. No catch, totally free. When I wanted to start my own podcast, I did not know where to begin, and I didn't think it was even possible. And Spotify for Podcasters made it happen. They made it easy, they made it quick, and I am doing something that I love. What more can I ask for? So if you're interested in starting your own show, you can do it, and I highly recommend you give this a try. Download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to www.spotify.com/podcasters to get started.
Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Everything Kratom, the podcast about anything and everything Kratom. Great to have you with us on this Thursday morning. Hoping all is well with you out there. I have to say, and start off this episode with a huge shout out and thank you to Happy Hippo for sending along, I don't even know what the best way would be to describe this box here. It would be as if Christmas had a baby with Hanukkah, and then that baby tripped over its own birthday. That would be this box. It could most aptly be described as, at the very least, like a cornucopia of amazing Kratom products. Thank you so much. There are many things in this box, and I have got to try them all, and I am very, very excited. So a huge shout out to Happy Hippo. Thank you very, very much. The first thing that I've tried, which is what this episode is going to be about today, is White Hulu. I have never tried White Hulu before. I have seen White Hulu around, but I've never tried it before. So I did a little bit of digging, looked into what it is, what it's all about, and then I tried it. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about that. So White Hulu, what's interesting about this is as I look up White Hulu, I see that not only is it good for, things like pain and anxiety, insomnia, but also like a lack of energy, things like that. It also helps with it gives a sense of euphoria, mild euphoria that's reported. Not only does it offer all those things, but it says that it actually promotes stimulation and nootropic effects. Nootropic-like effects. That I think is interesting because nootropics are, that's a whole nother area of chemicals and substances that I find absolutely fascinating. This podcast obviously isn't about that, but I probably could do a whole nother podcast on nootropics. Maybe not as much content at the end of the day, but I could do a few episodes on that at least. I think the nootropics are fascinating. So I was really intrigued when I read this report that said that White Hulu is, similar in a lot of ways, or it offers similar effects as to some nootropics. So that got me really interested. So I was like, all right, I got to dive in. I have to try this. So I did try it. And so far, it's been maybe a couple hours, and the effects are right on point of what my research showed. Energy was, the number one benefit to White Hulu that I read about, followed by mood and then pain relief. And what I've been finding is it snuck up on me. Like I didn't feel anything for 10 minutes, let's say. And then all of a sudden I just kind of like sat back in my chair and realized, wow, I have a lot of energy right now, but it's not overpowering. It's a very smooth energy, which I love because having a smooth form of energy for me is like very important. It's almost as important. I mean, it's just as important as having the energy itself is to have it be like a smooth, almost like a relaxing energy, if there's such a thing, So it's very, very helpful in that regard. It has boosted my mood. I do, I can attribute some of the mood boost to a mild euphoria that I do feel. So that definitely came with the White Hulu. And as far as pain relief goes, I had a headache earlier and it is gone. So it's just like, checking each box one after the other. I think it's fascinating. And it's really neat when something does that, right? Like you read about it and then you try it, or you try it and then you read about it, and it actually is doing exactly what you're finding. Which isn't always the case. So I think that that's really neat. Of course, then there's all of the, what do you want to call it? I don't know what you would call it. All of the describing, all of the descriptive terms that they use on all the sites that say, oh, it's the rarest one. It's prized by the most amount of people. It's the most popular. It's, the rarest. Of course, I can find, the highest alkaloid content profile, like all of that stuff that's always popping up. Of course, I found all that with White Hulu as well, so I don't know how much of that is true. But what I did find is that the energy, the mood boost, and the pain relief all 100% true, and the White Hulu came through within 10 minutes, totally took over in the most positive way. So I'm really digging this. Never tried Hulus before. It looks like the White Hulu variety of kratom grows on the banks of the Kapuas River in Indonesia. I'm probably, butchering that name, but that's where it grows. And it's, I think I found one of my new most favorite types of kratom. So thank you so much, Happy Hippo. I'm going to have enough of these samples that they sent along to last a few episodes. I think we're going to, probably go into next week with a few of these. So I'm very, very excited to highlight some of the things that they sent along, and really, really appreciate it. So I hope everybody's doing well out there today. Tomorrow, you definitely want to stop by because we're going to be having our conversation with Tristan, checking in with our friend in Texas, and hearing about a lot of things that have been happening with him. He's got a lot of updates for us. And so I'm really excited. It is going to be happening in the afternoon, so the episode is going to come out later in the day, just to let you all know. So it'll be out later in the day tomorrow. If you haven't heard the first two conversations that we had with Tristan, those took place in the first season. It was episode 4, and episode 4 was a conversation about kratom for pain management. And then again, we had another check-in with Tristan on episode 13. So you definitely want to listen to those first if you want to listen in this Friday to have some context, to hear, what was going on beforehand, and learn a bit more about his journey with kratom, because it's a unique one and it's really interesting. And as always, I love checking in with him. He's very fun. So looking forward to that tomorrow. Definitely tune in and keep on keeping on. All right, everybody, take it easy. Have a great rest of your day, and be back tomorrow. All right, take it easy. Bye-bye.